Fika for Life!
Woo! Ed?
Yeah, what's your name?
My name is Linh and I'm the host of this show.
Wow. My name is Edward Thomas and I'm the co-host. That means I'm the second host. I'm not the hostess with the mostest. That's
You are the other host.
I'm the other one. I'm tired of being the other. I want to be the main one.
You can be the mistress host.
Ooh, I can be mistress. Well, I always wanted to be a lady anyway. For those of you out there, we're very confused about everything. So.
But how do you call a male mistress?
A male mistress is an adulterer.
Okay. Thank you for clarification.
I want to be the male mistress. Yes. You know, I'm looking for a rich lady out there. If there's any rich ladies out there, especially if you love Jesus and you're looking for, wow, that's just really wrong.
Isn't that a gigolo?
No, well, okay. So the difference between a mistress and like a male mistress, you know, like your male man on the side.
This is what boyfriend.
And a gigolo. So a gigolo is a person who chases after ladies, like women with a lot of money, and he like makes them feel good about themselves. Not exactly like a gold digger, because a gold digger tries to get you to marry them. So a gold
and then get their money. Yeah,
like a gold digger is just after. Rich men, often it's a woman who's a gold digger, or a man could be a gold digger too, but you know, it's after someone who's really wealthy, and trying to like if you were like a young person and you have this really billionaire who's like really old, so you marry him because you know he's going to die soon, so you get the money. Whereas a gigolo like shows up at like resorts and stuff like that. So you have these single rich ladies. He goes out. He's like, "Hey, baby, you know you're like," and what he does, he gets them to buy things for him. So he's more like he's like the opposite of a sugar. She's a sugar mama. Yeah. So a gigolo looks for a sugar mama, and a gold digger looks for a sugar daddy. But often sugar daddies also, they end up like falling in love with the gold digger. And like, here's his ring. And then this whole big scam thing where you can like steal. So you get the guy to propose to you with an expensive ring and then you break it off, or you find a reason to just disappear. And now he's lost this really expensive diamond ring.
Wow. You know way too much about this.
I know.
And the funny
what
thing
I do
is,
in my former life before I became a pastor. Well, let me tell you, that book is thick.
Well, this has nothing to do with what we're going to talk about, but that's
how we
called
come up with ideas. This is how we come up with ideas. We just wait until something sounds good.
But this was the appetizer, you know? We're preparing the palate.
Okay, really? Wow. You know, my mouth is watering. I'm so hungry right now. What are we going to eat, Mommy?
Well, we're going to talk about rejection.
Ooh. I like to reject people, just like playing basketball. Rejection.
Really?
Yeah, like if you're a really good basketball player, you're like center or guard, and someone goes up for a shot and you block the ball, you rejected them.
Oh.
Because they thought they could make the shot. You're just like, no, you're not. Not on my watch. Pow! Rejected.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you know, this is an Olympic year, so obviously sports is like a big thing.
I'm sorry.
Wow, we should do an episode one day about
the Olympics?
No, like we should have watched the Olympics together and then commented on like the different athletes.
Okay. Yeah. You know, on YouTube, all these reaction videos.
Oh, really?
We can call them Ed and Lynn React. Well, it's always like react on whatever.
Because, I mean, did you see like the Swedish, now we're like off track again, but the Swedish player, he was a discus thrower and he was like number one and he's walking around, he's like, Swedish Vikings! Ah! Sweden! I love my country. I was like, wow, really?
That's
a
new.
Swedish nationalist. Wow. It was so
That's
funny.
Not a nationalist. Like, he's just proud.
He said, I love my country.
Yeah.
I like the Swedish people. Thank you for being behind me.
Yeah.
He was like really.
What's wrong with that?
He was really into the Swedish commercial thing.
You know, me and the kids, we were watching gymnastics. Like, and because I really like gymnastics.
Men or women?
Both.
Oh.
Because I thought it was first women, but they were first the guys, and then. But you know, like some of them were falling, and I'm like, wow, I've never seen so many at least fall at the same session.
Were you watching like the one where they were doing like they were
on the bars? And stuff.
On the beam.
Yeah.
On the balance beam, and it was like so many, and these people were like, this is like the top of the world.
I know.
I've never seen
so many
people fall off the beam.
Did you see? Yeah, but there were not only the beam, like all kinds of disciplines in that field. I was shocked. I was like, what's going on with them?
Too. Like some people are having problems with their vault, But most
or
of them,
lost their belly, or two. I think even two of them like got lost somehow.
Really?
Like got lost in the air or what they were supposed to do. Like you could see that they.
I'm sorry to laugh about that. This is like you were practicing for hours since you were like a baby.
No, but
and
the thing
you're
is,
like, oh my gosh, am I up or down?
No. It's like it's the pressure. Like, has it never happened to you that you were performing to something or you were talking like, and then suddenly everything went blank?
No.
Like you don't.
My mind is like a steel trap.
Okay, I'm sorry. Are we going to talk about what we were supposed to talk about?
I don't know. I guess we might just keep going on this tangent right now. We'll have to make another episode about what we're going to talk about.
Okay. This is one of these episodes.
Yeah. Well, but then, like, I really thought, like this year, I thought that China was, like, really strong. A lot of really strong athletes.
But then...
it was really exciting to watch. Like, it's exciting to watch the 3x3 street basketball.
I didn't watch basketball.
Really?
No.
Oh my gosh, it was so amazing.
Like we were watching gymnastics, and then it ended, and then we ended up watching cycling.
Really?
And that was really exciting. But the thing is, we only watched the last 25 kilometers.
Okay,
like I don't want to see
from the beginning.
From the beginning, no. It takes 2 hours, whatever. No. But then I always thought like the dressage. With the horses, was really interesting. But then this one is just like when the horses are walking around. It's not the jumping thing. So I was thinking,
is it one like when the horses do like the fancy walking thing from side to side or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't really interesting because I think you have to be really educated to see like what's going on, what's wrong, what's good. Because if you just lay. Okay, a horse is walking around weirdly. Cool.
You're like, why is that horse crossing his legs like that? What's wrong with that horse?
I saw some news that this one Chinese lady, she got silver and then she got proposed.
From the horse?
Oh, now we're talking about swimming.
Oh, okay.
Like she won silver and then it must be a boyfriend proposed to her there, right then, in the Olympic Stadium.
Now that you won the silver, now I want you to marry me. Because now you have worth.
It was so cute, but it didn't
really?
kiss.
Was it cute?
Yeah, but it didn't kiss. But it was really cute.
And stuff. I think, didn't like someone say that like in China, people don't really show
affection
a lot of
like that.
Yeah,
no.
they're like walking on the street like they do in America.
It's disrespectful.
Tongue kissing each other. There's like people like on the bus. I'm like,
no.
Wow, okay. I didn't know.
I think it's about modesty.
Yeah.
Should be modest.
But I did. Did you watch the volleyball? So the indoor volleyball?
No, I didn't have a chance to watch that much. Like you.
Oh, because the Chinese, they had one of the Chinese players. She was like 2 meters. Oh. Like I never seen someone from China that tall. I was like,
yeah, but there are a lot of Chinese people.
Yeah, I know. But
this one Chinese guy that plays in the NBA.
Which one? The American guy or the Chinese guy? There's an American Chinese guy, Jeremy. He plays in
and the other one.
And then I think there's this really tall Chinese guy.
Yeah, a really tall Chinese guy, like extremely tall, like even taller than the regular.
It's even taller than me.
Yeah, as if you were that tall. No, I also saw.
2 meters.
I also saw Sweden won against Bahrain. Like it was 1 point in handball.
Oh really?
Yeah, 1 point, and it was like a penalty or something, and they switched the goalkeeper. Like just before that shot, it was really exciting. Really? I'm like, "Whoa, what's going on?" Yeah, that's cool.
I'd love to watch. I wish I could see you watching sports. That must be really funny.
Oh, I get really upset when it's soccer because I really like soccer.
You think
Germany,
back to when you were a kid and you were playing soccer?
No, more like in Germany when you grow up there, soccer is like. That's what you do. It's like watching the news. You go and watch soccer. It's like you go to watch it. Wow. And I never understood how like in Germany they always make fun of women that they don't understand what offside is.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why they think women cannot understand offside because it's not that hard to understand offside.
Maybe I'm a woman. I don't understand offside either.
Really?
No, I mean I understand like the player like I think like why do you have a rule like that? If they're not paying attention and I can sneak past them so my teammates can give me the ball. That's fair.
No, it's not fair.
They should be watching.
It's not fair because that's not fun because then everyone can be on one side of the field and the other one's just kicking.
Yeah, just kick the ball to me and
but then it's the goalkeeper against one dude and that's really hard for the goalkeeper.
Maybe we should have two goalkeepers then.
Yeah, they do on each side of the field.
No, I mean
burn.
I can't talk to you anymore. Talk to the hand. So what are the weird Olympic events that you've watched?
I haven't watched so much Olympics when I grew up, though.
Oh, really?
But I really was sad that I missed the start, like when they had the party.
Yeah, I know. I didn't see the start this year either.
Because I always
I forgot
enjoyed
what day
it.
was starting. I was like,
but it was in Tokyo, so the time difference also you have to think about.
But I don't sleep at nighttime, so I'm up all night long.
But
I go to bed at 6 a.m.
But I don't think it was nighttime anyway. But
it's 7 hours from us.
But I always was thinking that was weird because they still call it Tokyo 2020.
Yeah, no, it's 2021.
And then I wonder, like, are they going to have it in 3 years then, the next one, or 4 years?
The next one is in 3 years.
Wow.
It's really confusing because it's 2021.
Do you know?
Yeah, it's in Uppsala.
No.
And they keep talking about it, and I always forget. I'm just
anyway,
such a scatterbrain.
moving on. I only remember...
South Africa is going to be... I don't know if South Africa is the next time or the time after that. I think it's the time after that. I think South Africa is in 8 years. Or, sorry, 7 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
I think the only one that I really, really remember was the London Olympics.
Wow, that was a while ago.
Yeah, but you know why I remember it with Michael Phelps?
Because you were there?
No.
Because you thought he was cute.
Really? No, I think swimmers have a very specific physique that I don't find very attractive. No,
juicy.
No, because I was in hospital because people were trying to figure out where my stomach issues came from, and it ended up with me being diagnosed with being lactose intolerant and fructose sensitive. So.
Wow, I never knew that you were lactose intolerant.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what kind of friend are you?
I'm like a fake friend. I don't really pay attention or anything. I just show up to eat at your house.
Wow. Yeah, but I am.
Really? I never knew that.
But I'm not too sensitive. Like
so, if I get mad at you, I can chase you around with a piece of cheese.
No, I'm not that sensitive.
Okay. Well, that's no fun.
I mean, I eat ice cream.
I just wanted to chase you with cheese. I just thought that would be really funny to chase you around with cheese.
If you chase me with cheese, I'm going to chase you with a rat.
That's not funny. I hate rats.
Yeah.
They're like dangerous.
It's like a...
my heart's beating really quickly now. Lynn, I'm going to have a heart attack. Don't say that word.
Rat. Rat.
I can't take it. Well, this year at the Olympics, they had BMX for the first time.
And skateboard?
No, BMX is on the bike.
Yeah. Yeah. But they also had skateboard.
Yeah, they had skateboard also. And surfing. So exciting.
Surfing.
Oh my gosh.
But do they surf? Wait.
They surf on the waves in the ocean.
On the real one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't like fake waves. They're like real waves.
I don't know
Sharks and octopus and things like that in the water.
And if you interact with them, you get special points.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you can jump off the shark, you get like, the gold medal directly. It's like, okay.
It's a shortcut.
No, but I love the Olympics because I get a chance to watch all the things that I just normally don't get a chance to watch.
Tennis? Did you watch tennis?
Yeah, no, I mean tennis I watch all the time anyway.
Okay, sorry.
But it was exciting. But I did watch tennis. But I was hoping that paddle would have been an Olympic event. That would have been really cool.
I never understand paddle.
Or like jump roping. I think should also be an Olympic event.
I'm sure it will come eventually because soon everything is Olympic.
Jump roper. But no, but the gymnastics was really good.
Yeah,
the swimming was really good. I really like the what confused me. So this is the most confusing thing about the Olympics. I never remember there being mixed gender events.
Like
so
what?
There was a 4x4 relay race, and first
what a race?
So a relay race, what they have stafette. So they have like a stick, they get.
They did like mix.
So the first time I'm like, man. Because it was a bunch of women, and then one of the person looks like a guy, and I was like, that woman is just like, she's so manly. Look at those muscles. So I thought it was a woman, and then the next person that got the stick was a woman,
okay.
And I was like, what? It was two women, and then all of a sudden, then a guy shows up. I'm like, they have two really like manly looking women with like big.
But
muscles.
you're sure it's not?
I was positive, yeah. Yeah, because it turned out that when I looked at the winners, there was 2 men and 2 women. So
the team was considered of 2 women and 2 men?
Yeah. And they passed the stick to each other. And so.
Really?
Yeah.
But all teams had 2 women and 2 men.
Yeah. It wasn't like this one team said, excuse me, we're we're not really into the whole gender thing. So we just decided we mix it up the way we want to.
But you know that there's this controversy about trans Olympic.
About like trans men and trans women.
Yeah.
But
how do you feel about that?
You know what I feel? What I feel really upset about?
What?
All the women who have really high testosterone were barred from running faster than I think it's 200 or 400 meters. So they can't run. They can't compete in the longer distance ones because they feel that because they have a naturally high amount of testosterone, that is an unfair advantage. So but it's not high enough for them to compete against the men.
But the thing is,
barred, and I'm like, what is up with that? That's naturally occurring. There's no hormones or anything, but it's because they can't, because they have such high testosterone. Then you can't prove they're not doping. So,
but I think though that this is a consequence of being consistent, because if you have trans athletes and they have to qualify by certain standards, then also born female women need to. I think that is how they reason.
Yeah, but she can't help it. Her body just produces that much testosterone.
Yeah. I'm not like I don't really have an opinion about people who are naturally born like that, because I mean, all human race we have variety. I mean, that's diversity. It's a good thing, because then we'll survive any crazy thing.
Yeah, but you're not barred from competing if you have too little testosterone.
No, because testosterone is classified as something that enhances your.
I don't know. I just think it's unfair because I'd like to see them dominate, just kick all the other women's butt, and like, I got more testosterone.
So you would also want to have trans women compete against.
Well, I don't know, because
women.
actually, you know what? I'm really curious.
Because the difference is the testosterone and the muscle.
But if you have a sex change operation, do you have to take drugs that suppresses your testosterone? So it lowers the level of testosterone. Really?
Yes. Otherwise, your.
I just thought I guess I just assumed that
you're not,
like you took a whole bunch of estrogen that would be greater than normal estrogen that women produce, and so that would give you your breast and everything.
No, I think I'm not sure.
So you have to both take estrogen and suppress your testosterone.
No, I don't think that we have drugs that work that specifically, because they both come from the same like hormone skeleton. Yeah. They're both steroids, and I don't think we have drugs that are so specific that they only target testosterone or
it's so
estrogen.
Great when it gets you like talking about drugs and stuff. You're so amazing, Lynn.
I know, thank you.
it's like having your own little private druggie. It's like, so Lynn, tell me some good drug stuff, you know? It's like No. So you never tell me good drug stuff.
What should I tell you about? You know,
I knew it was
no, it's not about drugs, but we have like a lot of patients that we prepare the medication for.
Yeah,
100,000. One like every day we have to go through certain bags that are faulty that we have to manually fix. Okay. And then one of my colleagues, she had one patient, and usually sometimes we look at the name because we have to find the right thing. And
Don't tell them it's my name.
No, but do you know this person had a Finnish last name and the normal like first name, like Marianne or something. Yeah. And you know her middle name?
No.
Her middle name was Sexy.
No.
So she is like, Sexy Marianne.
No.
Yes. And we are like, no way. And they're like, yeah, their name is Sexy. Yes.
My name is Sexy.
I don't know. We are like, this must be like someone lost a bet or something. But I mean, she was born in the 20s, so I don't get it.
Okay. Well, you know. Oh, she was born like in 1920?
Yes, 20 something. I mean, we have
No, I mean, but like you wouldn't expect someone who was born in the 1920s to be named Sexy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Back in the 1920s, you're just like, we need something. You should have a name that should stick out.
But the thing is, she could have changed it when she got older.
Or maybe like she was an actress. Yeah. So Sexy was like part of her.
Marianne.
You know, her name is Marianne Sexy. It's like, oh yeah, we know that actress, sexy actress. Yeah.
Like we were just so shocked. Like, oh really?
Wow. Well, this was our Olympic report. Actually, we weren't really talking. We hadn't planned on talking about the Olympics.
No, actually not.
There was so many minutes that just went into that. So I just figured, okay, why don't you let us know what Olympic events that you like to watch, and especially all of you out there, our listeners who are watching. Maybe you have a special someone you're watching the Olympics with. Is it possible to watch sports with that special someone?
Yeah, and if not, then you should dump them. Because I don't know. I think it's yeah.
My wife doesn't usually watch sports. I mean, she likes to watch when Sweden's playing football. Because we have this thing in our family, so that whenever Sweden's playing against the Ukrainian team, I always
Ukrainian team.
Yeah, I root for the Ukrainian.
Oh, is it because they're also yellow and blue?
No, it was just this thing. I don't know where it came from. One day I decided that I was Ukrainian and that they were my people. And so we were watching some match. I'm like, go Ukraine, kill Sweden. And she's like, I can't believe you, Ed, you're a Swedish citizen and you live in Sweden. I can't believe you're against Sweden. I'm like, yeah, but I'm Ukrainian and these are my people. I got to vote for my people. And she's like, Ed, you're not Ukrainian. She's like, you're from the States. I'm like, I could be Ukrainian. I probably have some Ukrainian blood in me or something. So it's like this running joke in the family. And whenever I see Ukrainian athletes, I'm always like, go Ukraine! Whoa!
I saw that a German woman won the gold medal for wrestling.
Really? Mm-hmm. I didn't see much wrestling this year. But I did see one guy. He was a wrestling move. He jumped on the guy, twisted around the guy's head and then dropped him to the ground. It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my gosh.
I was like,
wow.
That was like in the movies. I was like, that was Jackie Chan crazy. Like, wow. That was one of my big. And then, on the skateboarding thing, they were all teenagers.
Yeah, obviously,
the gold
cool.
and the silver were 13, and the bronze was 16, I think.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
I think one girl won a medal, didn't she? A really young girl.
Yeah,
she was 14 or something.
Yeah, she was
13, 14. Yeah. It's crazy.
I know.
I think it's good because then you can engage young people to this kind of elite sport and be ambitious and actually get rewarded.
Would
for
you
that.
let your kids do go on a skateboard, become skateboarders?
Yeah, why not?
Mom, I'm not gonna go to college. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish high school because I'm a professional skater now.
Well, then they would have to prove me that they really have potential. They have had entered competitions before and got somewhere.
You're so hard.
No, but I mean, I don't want my children to waste their potential and life on stuff that doesn't lead anywhere.
Okay, what if they want to be professional weightlifters?
It doesn't matter for me what it is, as long as they're working hard and their effort pays off. They're getting somewhere with it.
You're so driven, so goal-oriented.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want my children to be depressed or something I don't get anywhere.
They just won't get anywhere. I mean, it's okay. But anyway, do you have anything else that the Olympics have inspired you with?
I really wish Nomi to become a gymnast, but then I listen and I read all about the backsides of that, and I'm like, maybe not. Because they have to start really young, in her age now. And I don't think she can compete against all the Russian and Chinese crazy elite schools that start when they're 3 and paying from morning to evening. I'm like, no, I don't want to do this to her.
But there was some pretty good gymnastics this year. Wow, there was some good stuff. I like the rings routine for the guys.
Mm-hmm. They're really strong.
I know, when they're really the iron cross, I'm just like, I don't know. Something inside of me is just like, man, I wish I had your body. Woo!
Oh, it's a lot of work, though. It's not
I don't want to work that hard. I just want to I want to wake up in the morning and just walk out the doors, standing the iron cross and just my muscles just
one year I saw a German guy who was Vietnamese born. So
really?
He looked like Asian and had an Asian surname.
Yeah.
Or Vietnamese surname. So I saw that he had Asian descent. I'm like, yeah, man. You do it. You go.
You just grew
yeah.
Finally, we're there.
But you know that I think one of this Vietnamese guy in Germany, he was adopted from Vietnam to Germany, and he was, I think, the vice chancellor in Germany.
Really?
Yeah, what's his name?
Wow.
Philip Rösler.
Yeah, sure.
Please
yeah.
don't kill me.
Yeah.
I'll show you after the
Okay.
podcast.
Oh man, that's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you had a chance to choose an Olympic event, what would you choose for yourself? If you could like go back in time and you could be an Olympian, what would you choose?
Gymnastics.
Really? Would you?
Yeah.
I can see
So
you.
cool.
I can see you, Lynn. You're standing there like doing your floor exercise. You're like, and then you're on the bar.
I mean, it's like really athletic.
Yeah.
Like you have to be really strong and really flexible and like extreme control, but then also so much grace.
Okay. Wow. Jeez.
It's not like brute force,
Yeah.
you know.
Or
I could also be like archery. It's also cool.
Really. Just the way you do that, like you're really aiming at me. I feel so penetrated or something. It's like, ugh.
Okay, what would you be? Wrestler.
Wrestler.
Basketball.
No, I want to be a shot putter. They're
what?
big. The shot put, the little ball. Metal ball thing.
Okay.
I watched this guy. He threw those metal balls 21 meters. I'm like, ooh, wow.
You can try to be this guy with the stick that jumps over this.
Yeah, I watched Duplantis today. I'm like, I think he's Christian too, so I was praying for him. Like, God, I don't know if this is the right thing.
Because you don't
please.
pray for the non-Christians at least.
Let them fall. but I was really, I'm like, oh, please, God, if it's your will, please let him break the world record.
He did, didn't he?
I don't know because I had to get ready here, so I didn't get a chance
Sorry?
to see if he was. I only saw his second attempt that he had failed at, but he jumps high enough. So he jumped high enough to break the world record.
Was it his
But
arms or legs?
No, it was the second time. It was his breast.
Just
I mean,
pull
first time,
it in, man.
It
Pull
was his
it
chest. I'm like, dude, it's not like you got a big bubble chest or anything. It's just a little bitty thing. It's like,
in. Yeah, like, and we're talking like, if we are so, why don't you do it?
exactly. like, you know what? If they would have given it to me, I would have got on the first. Of course, when I'm sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
No, if it was going to be a Olympics, I would love to have been a swimmer.
A swimmer.
I love swimmer bodies. I just think I'm like,
Michael Phelps.
oh my gosh! I think of more like Mark Spitz.
They look like butterflies.
I
And like so
know.
unproportionate.
No,
like
it's
these
beautiful.
tiny hips
It is
and then
so beautiful.
gigantic.
I know. It's like
oh.
their shoulders are so wide. I'm like, yeah, baby.
Because people would tell me, oh, why don't you like let Nomi train like swimming?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, if it's her passion, I mean, why not? But I'm like, ooh, but I don't want her like to. It like in my eyes, it's just not so
Really?
pretty. Yeah,
Oh,
like woman, like. Ooh,
Oh, I love swimmer
no.
bodies. Those big, wide shoulders are just like, wow.
Yeah.
So it'd be that.
I will not stop my
or-
children from this, but I'm just not a big fan.
And fencing.
Fencing is also cool.
Yeah,
it
I
also
love
has
fencing.
grace.
Yeah, because it's just like, I'm like, oh man. I'd be sticking
I'm
people
sure
in
it
their eye
does
all the
make.
time. Sounds just like that.
Yeah, right. Cool.
Well, everyone, I hope that wherever you're at in the world, if you're watching the Olympics, because the Olympics are over now, but if you're watching the Olympics, then or have been watching the Olympics, why don't you let us know what your favorite Olympic activity was? Of course, if you have been able to watch Olympics with someone that was really special to you, how did that go? And especially especially like for Lynn and I, because we're both married to Swedish people, so like I don't have to choose Sweden,
No, we can choose whatever we want.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of fun.
I'm always rooting for the Asians.
Really?
Whoop.
Like you don't root for Germany?
Yeah, that too.
Okay.
But usually the Asians, the Chinese, are usually better in most things.
Not better than Americans. We're the best.
Not this year, I guess.
No, I know. This year I'm looking at the medal results. I'm like,
What's wrong?
What's wrong with America? Like the girls. Okay, we probably should end, but American women playing basketball were almost beat by the Nigerian women. I was like, I was impressed. I was like, what's happening in America?
COVID. They didn't got to train for the whole year.
Something was going on, but the Nigerians played. But then I watched the Nigerians play. They played against Japan. Man,
who won?
Japan.
Woo!
Like it wasn't even close. Like they spanked the Nigerian team. I mean, like hard. I'm like, whoa.
But it's good for the Japanese women because it's their turf.
Yeah, but they were the Japanese, and it was really funny because instead of taking the ball to the inside, there was just a bunch of three pointers. Like the Japanese, like the Nigerian women, a lot of them were so good, so they just were driving the ball themselves. They didn't pass as much, but the Japanese, they were like. They worked as like a team. Oh, it was so cool. It was like they pass, and then it would whoop right to the outside. 3 point. I'm like,
well,
wow.
but Japan is also a different culture, you know.
Yeah,
it's more about the collective.
But basketball is very popular in Japan. So
yeah, but I mean, their philosophy is more about the collective, not necessarily about the individual.
Yeah. But they played good, so it'll be really good to see, like in the finals, to figure out what would happen. Whatever I miss is always on my TiVo, so I can always go home and watch it.
I know.
I love TiVo. Okay, anyone? Well, you guys, this was a little bit longer than our normal episode, but it's an Olympic year, so we had to do an Olympic special.
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's only every 4th year or every 5th in this case.
Yeah, exactly. We don't even know now with COVID. We don't know when things are gonna be. Well, everyone, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to write to us and give us more topics for more shows.
Tell your friends to listen to Fika for Life.
And not just your friends. Tell your parents.
Your
tell your coworkers,
your
children,
friends, your partners,
strangers on the bus, on the subway.
Anywhere.
Anywhere. Okay, I guess anywhere. Anyone, anywhere.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everyone, for watching. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening. If you have any comments or ideas, please send us a message to fikaforlife@mail.com. Fika, F-I-K-A. This was the Fika for Life podcast with Linh and Edward Thomas, and we hope to hear you again.